saying? What's wise out there, my people? What's wise? You know what I'm saying? This is wise thoughts, wise moves, wise clues for you guys to be wise too. You know what I'm saying? And it's Wise Talk Podcast. And I'm the wise guy who once was that fool. Yeah, we're going to talk about a few things, man, but we're finna get straight on into this subject today. We're going to talk about how CBG turned into 456 in the OKC, Oklahoma, north side, the streets. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're going to talk about how CBG turned into 456 in the Oklahoma City. In the OKC, I mean, cut it out and just scratch it and delete it. Yeah, we finna get on into it though, yeah. It started back in, let's say, 86, 85, late 85, early 86, right? You had M-Dog. You had D-Dog. You had Low. You had Brazy T. You had Ace Dog. You had Attitude. You had Evil E. Charlie Mack. Dang, I shouldn't have gotten to the name calling because I might be missing out some names and they're going to say, why you didn't say my name? You know where I'm coming from? AK, Psycho, Cognac, Russell. I can keep on going. I just can't remember all the names though, you know. Okay, this is the early 85, 86. You know, we all hanging out. I'm the baby of them all. Let me say this first. You know what I'm saying? I'm the baby. Nobody, I'm the young one. You know, the only reason why I got to hang around because my pops was the type of man, this is how he always told us. My father always told us right here. He gave us the game about how we need to do whatever we need to do in life. You know what I'm saying? He'll share it with us. That's the type of father I had, you know what I'm saying? You know, so he'll let us go out there and bump our heads, you know, that's what he would do, you know. But he'll give us the game before he bumped our heads, that's what he would do. So that's the reason why I was able to hang around a little bit when I was young, because our father gave us, my brothers them, and like I said, I was a youngster. Gave us all the chance to go out there and bump our heads. He always told us this right here. If you don't listen to me, there's somebody out there that you're going to have to listen to. That's what our father always told us. You know where I'm coming from? But let me get back into this story, okay? 86, you know what I'm saying? I'm the youngster hanging around everybody. You know where I'm coming from? So it started, you know, one day we all out hanging around in the Highlands. Everybody drinking. I wasn't drinking at this time because like I said, I was the youngster. They all drinking, having fun, doing their thing. You know where I'm coming from? So they all go over Psycho's house. And this is where they had Tony Porter, you know what I'm saying? He still cut her today. One day hopefully I'm going to try to get him on the show, you know? But anyway, Tony Porter used to cut everybody's hair out there, you know where I'm coming from? So everybody was getting CBG cut in the back of their head at this time, you know where I'm coming from? So Brazy T came up with how to throw up the CBG, you know what I'm saying? Like that. That's how he came up with it, Brazy T. So everybody throwing up CBG. You know where I'm coming from? So it was everybody. So this 86, you know, everybody throwing up City Boy. You know where I'm coming from? City Boy gangsters, you know what I'm saying? So as they throwing it up, you got people from other neighborhoods. I'm talking about from the east side, the west side, and the south side. So they all coming out there in North Highlands, you know what I'm saying? Getting put on. So everybody from everywhere was all City Boy gangsters, you know what I'm saying? So 86, you know what I'm saying? We all city boy gangsters. I'm the baby of them all. You know what I'm saying? Everybody doing their thing. 87, everybody still city boy gangsters, doing their thing, doing how they doing. The police used to come out there all the time. We used to be out there posted up, you know. The first time they come, they didn't know. They come out there. I'm talking, let me say this first. City boys were so deep. You know, like I say, when I say the West, the East, and the South came, so that meant, it was saying, I say about 30, 40 deep, CBGs. We always used to get a King's hat, Los Angeles King's hat. You know what I'm saying? Put CBG right on the side, street name on the other side. You know where I'm coming from? So everybody got that. Talking about like 30, 40 deep. I ain't gonna say 40. I know at least 30 deep in the hood. City boy gangsters. You know where I'm coming from? So we wasn't even banging no red or no blue. It wasn't about no red and blue. So everybody got along. Everybody was love. It was, you know, everybody kicking it. It wasn't about no colors or none of that in 86 and 87. You know what I'm saying? So like I say, here come the police now. When they come out there, they had to come out there 5, 6 cars deep because there was so many people out there hanging on the corners and all that stuff. We used to hang out with on 87, 86, 85th, 84th, 83rd, 82nd, all up in that area. That's where everybody used to hang out at, you know what I'm saying? But at this time, now here come the police, like I say, used to come out there, harass us all the time, 6, 7 cars deep. The first time they come, you know, everybody take off running, you know what I'm saying? Because we didn't know what was going on, you know what I'm saying? But then the second time, they used to come out there, everybody would just go to the car and put their hands on the hood. You know where I'm coming from, let them search us, whatever they need to do. So then they'll try to talk to us about certain things that was going on, about gangs and how we need to do this and do that. Yeah, the police used to try to talk to us about certain stuff. We wouldn't listen to them. The older guys wouldn't listen to them. I mean, let me say that, because like I said, I'm a youngster. I'm not trying to get the attention out of this. It's just, I'm just sharing a story. You know, the only person you're going to hear a story like this is from me. You know what I'm saying? Because the rest of them don't want to talk about it, you know? So I'm going to talk about it. So like I say, it started like that. Police coming out there, and they'll come out there, like I say, 6, 7 cars deep. They coming out there harassing us, messing with us and all that. Older bros and they clique was out there doing their thing, you know what I'm saying? Hanging out. I'm talking about on the east side, hanging out on the south side, hanging out on the west side. Because everybody had love with everybody. Like I said, you had east side guys actually banging city boy gangster. You had south side guys banging it. You had west side guys banging it. So everybody can go everywhere at this time. You know where I'm coming from? So police out there, they come out there with their OCPD hats on, with their names on the side of it, posted up, you know what I'm saying, messing with us about certain things, you know what I'm saying? So now here come 88. That's when the guys from Pomona came down. You know what I'm saying? You had Troy, you had Frank, Rick, Sleepy, Johnny. I can't forget about fella too. He was from Ghost Town Crip. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you had all them guys come down to North Highlands then at this time. So now you got the 4, 5, 6 Pomona guys in North Highlands in 1988, right? Everybody CBGs though. The Pomona clique come down with the drugs. You know where I'm coming from? So when they come down with the drugs, I said in 88, the Pomona clique, everybody city boy gangsters at this time. You know what I'm saying? They come down with with the drugs, you know. So then you got the people on the east side, you got the Crips coming down from certain parts of California and Oklahoma City too now at this time, right? They coming around. So now when it's going down, it ain't no more my brothers and they homeboys hanging around, they able to go wherever they wanted to go. Don't let me say that. But now it's a situation now when they go hang out on the east side or the south side or somewhere or the west side somewhere, you got some Crip guys down from California that's trying to get their money in them certain areas. So my bros and they homeboys was getting into it with these guys. You know where I'm coming from? Well, they still city boys now. Ain't nobody tripping. So now once they start getting into it with these guys was with the blue. City boys was colors was black and gray. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't no red and blue. We was black and gray. You know where I'm coming from? So we all black and gray. You know where I'm coming from? Wasn't nothing about no red and blue. You know. So then they started getting into it with the Crips from California, you know what I'm saying, from different neighborhoods, you know what I'm saying, from when they going to hang out. And we already got 4, 5, 6 PRIUS guys down from Pomona inside the North Highlands already, you know, due to they have family members out there, you know what I'm saying, so they all come hang out with everybody. So now my bros and they homeboys get into it with the Crips. You know what I'm saying? So now it's a situation, the PRIUS is already down, got the drugs already. So now here come the switch over. You know what I'm saying? You got the guys, the older guys from City Boy. Now they all start banging 4, 5, 6. You know where I'm coming from? And then the guys that was banging City Boy that was from the east side, the south side, and the west side, they didn't want to put the red on. You know what I'm saying? Because they have families now that was from Crips because they had came down from California, right? So they didn't want to put the red on, so they went on and moved up out of North Highlands and went on back to their areas, to the east side, the west side, and the south side, right? So this is the switch over. CBGs turned over to 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6, all the older guys was the 4, 5, 6. I say everybody my age and younger, we all stayed city boys. You know where I'm coming from? So we wasn't slinging no drugs at that time, no way, so we wasn't really worrying about that right there. So yeah, we all turned city. They turned 4, 5, 6. We stayed city boys, and the other guys that was from other neighborhoods started banging they Crip sets. You know where I'm coming from? So this is that was the switch over from city boy to 4, 5, 6 right there. The guys from Pomona came down. You know where I'm coming from? And then what's so crazy about it now, you got the guys that was banging City Boy that actually now they banging Crip. They become OGs of Crip sets out there. You know, you got some OGs from Hoover's, you got OGs from 24s, OGs from Grape Street. You know what I'm saying? You had some OGs from a lot of sets out there that was once upon a time with City Boy gangsters. You know where I'm coming from? I'm talking about if they wasn't, their family was, so it was like that. So that's what made North Highlands so much of a known area, you know where I'm coming from? Because everybody in Oklahoma City who once gang banged before back in the early 86, I'm gonna say 86, 87, you was a city boy gangster. Because that was the only thing that was around in Oklahoma City at this time. It wasn't no other sets, no other gangs or none of that. It was all city boy gangster. You know where I'm coming from? Yeah, so I just wanted to share that story right there, man, how City Boy Gangsters turned into 4, 5, 6, man. Them guys from Pomona come down here with them drugs, man. And the guys, older guys from City Boy got into it with the Crip dudes that came down here from California. And then the outcome of everything went down. Shoot, the older guys said, man, we finna start banging the 4 now. So they started going out there putting the 4 all in them niggas' face. You know what I'm saying? Banging with all of them. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, it wasn't too much tripping because, like I said, you had the homeboys who once banged City Boy. You know what I'm saying? They once banged City Boy. It was just the guys who didn't know too much about what was going on in the hood at this time. You know what I'm saying? That they was tripping with, and that was most of the California guys. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the California guys thought they was gonna come down here and punk on North Highlands. They found out something totally different. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of guys don't out here, these newcomers out here don't know too much about the city boys. The city boys was the deepest gang in Oklahoma City at once upon a time. You know what I'm saying? To the point to where the police had to get their stuff together just to come separate it. You know where I'm coming from? It was that thick and that deep at once upon a time. You know what I'm saying? It was the city boys, not nothing else, you know. And we wasn't a part of no West Coast, no East Coast or none of that. It was North Highlands. That's what it was all about. You know where I'm coming from? I'm gonna get off that story and share a story with y'all about this right here. It was this one day, right? I said this was like in the 90s, 95, probably 96 somewhere. I ain't no telling what year exactly. I had a kinfolk that was out there making major moves, you know what I'm saying? And I was out there messing around with this one guy. He was older than me, you know where I'm coming from? But he was messing with this other guy that was he had got caught up. So as he got caught up, he's trying to rat on my kinfolk, right? So one day I was sitting at home and the guy that I was messing with asked to use my phone. You know what I'm saying? So as he's using my phone, you know, back in the days, you know, you had them house phones where you can put them little tapes in there and you can push record and record people's conversations and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I had one of them type of phones, right? So what happened this day is that I don't know what told me to push the record button, but anyway, I pushed the record button this day, right? As I pushed the record button, he called the guy that at this time, I didn't know he just got caught up until I heard the tape recorder, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, he called the guy. The guy was asking him how if he got my kinfolk's tag number, how if he got my kinfolk's other phone number. He was asking me all these type of questions on my on this phone conversation, right? So I took it and listened to it. After my partner left, I listened to it, right, and heard everything that was on it, right? So then I took it to my kinfolk and let my kinfolk hear it. I'm like, man, this is some crazy shit right here. Check this out what I'm hearing. You know what I'm saying? He big-headed at this time, loving the money. You know where I'm coming from? He's so big-headed at this time, boy, I'm telling you, because he was driving Mercedes-Benzes back in, 95, 94. You know what I'm saying? That's what he was pushing, Benzes and shit like that. So he was really big-headed, you know where I'm coming from? So when I took that tape to him and so I said, man, whatever's going on with you, I don't know, because I ain't off into your business or nothing. But shit, I got a tape recorder with somebody trying to get your tag number and they trying to figure out all your information about how you're moving. You know where I'm coming from? Oh man, I ain't worried about that. I ain't sweating that shit, man. La this and la that. I like, all right, nigga, but I got the tape, nigga. Here you go. We're gonna let him hear and listen to it and everything. You know where I'm coming from? He didn't want to listen. You know what I'm saying? So I say like 3 days later, something went down to where he went pick up a package, right? Picked up this package, right? Not even knowing nothing about it. So as he picked up the package, them boys got right behind his ass, man. He took their ass on a high-speed chase, got the package up out the car, and by the time he got the package out the car, he ended up over there in the neighborhood, North Highlands, where I was at, like 2 blocks from where I was at. You know what I'm saying? So he ended up over there, and they hit him right there in the hood. You know what I'm saying? But he almost got away, and where it fucked him up was this right here. When he picked up that box, it had some type of shit on it to where they took his ass to the fire station and x-rayed his hands, and he had all that shit on his hands. So that's how they knew that he had that control of that box, man. But only if he would have fucking listened to me and listened to that tape recorder, he would have never ever received whatever that was in that box. That box would have never came if he would have listened to me. But he didn't listen to me. So the only thing I don't like about it, now that it got out that the guy, that I heard this tape and everything, and I went and told my people that who this guy was and all that, he don't want to deal with me no more and talk to me no more because I recorded his phone conversation with him trying to rat on people, you know. Well, not him, people that he knew, you know what I'm saying? But it's almost like he tried to do it too if he's, what they call that word? If you teaming up with a person that's trying to get somebody, then you working with them too, right? So it was almost like that. But I don't care if he don't too much deal with me no more, because I don't want a person like that around me no way. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I shared that story with y'all to let y'all know, man, I recorded a goddamn on snitch going on and didn't even know. And it was going on in the process until I listened to the tape recorder on down the line. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but we're going to get off into another story. We're going to talk about these women out here that like to control men. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by like to control men, let a man have his own, an independent man, right? That got his own everything and don't need a woman for nothing, right? That woman would not deal with that man. And reason being, she'd rather deal with a man that she have to buy some tennis shoes and a t-shirt. Reason why she's able to control that man. She's able to let that man move in her house and give him keys to her car and her apartment. You understand what I'm saying? Now, nigga, you got to come in the house at 7. Oh, no, you probably even got to come in the house at 6. You know what I'm saying? Going through your phones because she paying your phone bill. You know where I'm coming from? Yeah, these women out here is kind of crazy today. They're trying to date men that they can control. They want you to be broke. And then once somebody come around and tell them something in their ear, that's what they gonna throw right back in that person's ear. Man, I ain't fuck with your broke ass. Nigga, you knew he was, well, I ain't gonna say nigga. Let's cut that out and scratch and delete that. Girl, you knew he was broke when you start fucking with him the first time. You understand what I'm saying? And what I don't like about it is too though, then when you got these people, these same girls that's doing that, then you got their homegirls be right beside them, and these homegirls that be right beside them be the type of girls that need $20. You know what I'm saying? They need $30 or something like that, right? So when they say the girl doing all that old backwards ass shit that she do, talking all that old nonsense that she talk, you know what I'm saying? They agree with her. They allow her to be, let me say how I say it right. Well, they allow her to do the stupid shit that she do. Let me say it that way. You know what I'm saying? Because they know if they say anything to her, it stops them from receiving that $20 and $30 they be needing. You know what I'm saying? So that's the crazy thing about these women out here. They want to control the man, and they want to control their friends with the money that they give them. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand all of that. I do not understand it. But maybe it ain't for me to understand about these controlling women out here. And I wanted to share that with y'all too. And this last little thing I'm finna share with y'all, I'm gonna get on up out of here. You got these guys out here, right? On these guys on these podcast shows that be talking. I ain't gonna say the ones that's owning the podcast shows, the guests that they bring to the shows. Let me say it that way. You know, they be talking about, well, I can only give a person one chance to fuck me around, and I ain't fucking with them no more. They show me what type of person they is. I got something to say about that. And here's what I'm finna say. When you only dealing with people that's just like you, and what I mean just like you, a snake in the grass, they gon' play you. You know where I'm coming from? Because it's almost like this right here. You're not gonna go help nobody you don't know. You ain't gonna see nobody that you don't know and say, man, hey, I'm gonna help you do whatever I feel that you're trying to do. You only gonna help the people that you feel you know, right? So the people that you feel you know is the ones that's almost like this. They're gonna be allowing you to do all the stupid shit without checking you. Because if they decide to check you, you're gonna stop fucking with them. You know where I'm coming from? So it's almost like the people that you helping are the people that's just like you. You understand what I'm saying? So you gotta open up the door. You open up the door to be fucked around and played on. You know what I'm saying? Because you're dealing with people that's just like you. That's what the problem is. Stop dealing with people just like you. And then you're part of the people that you're helping. You'll see something that they're doing with it, instead of not doing nothing with it at all. You understand what I'm saying? And this is Wise Talk Podcast. And I'm the wise guy who once was the fool. Like and subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Hit that button, you know what I'm talking about? I swear to God on my blunt, and I'm up out of here.